I love the whole cold and heat exposure, utilizing that to our advantage, and then lots of micronutrients and supplements. And these are all ones that I know you're savvy to, in your audience will recognize a lot of these. And the nice thing is that they all kind of complement. There's different mechanisms here for all these wonderful natural products. But one that I feel like really has some of the best data, if it doesn't get the same attention as all the others on the list, is beta glucan, which we're really going to dive deep on today.
One thing I would like to say is that, like, when I start to understand what cold and flu symptoms are about, you know how you feel really cold and yet you're super hot? It's like this extreme homeostatic crisis where your body's trying to figure out how to self-regulate. And what I love about hot and cold, when you do it, is it's extremely intense and sometimes even painful, but then it's ecstatic afterwards. And the long-term effects on resilience are very similar to, exposure to a pathogen and then overcoming it. So there's so much poetry in our body's symptoms, I've noted.
Undoubtedly. Yeah. And I think, when playing around with the cold and heat exposure, I mean, it's really, really fascinating. We've got, pretty good data for sauna and so on, in the early innings of when you're fighting something. And cold, you may not want to do the cold shower or ice plunge or whatever it is that you do while you're sick, but it's a good way to build that resilience. And there is something about doing either of these, that afterglow feeling that you get. And even like, I love contrast therapy too, where you do cold and hot, together and integrate those two.
That's like my
Which is
favorite.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think there's such great practices, and also teach us to be comfortable with the uncomfortable for the short term to build up that resilience so that you're comfortable in harder situations more generally.
Amen.
So, all right. So beta glucan,